Mortification with Erasing the Goblin. This is a CVT guitar lesson for Connor. Tuning is D standard or double flat for this. Alright, Mortification, I remember them back in the early 90s. Brutal, man. Christian death metal. These guys are just crazy sick, man. So let's jump in. Section 1A, 5 seconds in, and it's fast 16th notes. You know. It's power chords, open A, 2D, 8 times. 3-5 AD, 5-7 AD. So in standard tuning chords, think of A, C, D, and then A again, which is 7D and 9G. And they're all 8 times. So you have, let's see. The trick to this, to keep it clean, is muting. And a lot of people don't realize this. You can hit a power chord, a 2-string chord, and hit all 6 strings and have only the 2 strings ring that you're supposed to. Meaning, for example, let me play this B power chord. I'm muting the E with my index, and I'm muting G, B, and E with the angle of my index. So I can go, and that's all we're hearing. If you don't do that, on that first chord, I'll use my thumb to mute the A. And it's all about finger angles to mute the surrounding strings. And then 7-9 DG. So on that one, index mutes the A, thumb mutes the E. And angle of the index handling the B and E, and my pinky. So once again, I can hit all the strings. Now if you're super careful, I suppose you don't have to mute all of them, but you gotta think about, you know, these bands playing this stuff, the lights, the stage, it's loud, the energy, and you don't want to have to just go. You know, you want to hit the strings. It's part of the feel of it. The drive. It's an intense rhythm. 1 E and a 2 E and 8 times per chord, and you do that 4 times. And you know, if you want, if it's hard to do that fast, start slower. And then okay, then it's still cooking. 17 seconds in, section 1B, 8 times per chord, at least for these first 4. 2-4 AD to 3-5 EA, and then 5-7 AD to 5-7 DG. Okay, so this hand hasn't changed, the chords have. See my thumb come up to handle that E string. And people think they don't think much about it usually. What's the thumb doing? It wasn't there on the other ones. There's a purpose for it. And now you know it's muting. And then 3, 5, D, and G. And this one's going to be 32 times. Okay. Now that can be played, but he plays it here. At least live, because I checked to make sure. Little tonal difference if you don't. The next new part is 34 seconds in, section 1C. Now this is what I opened with. It's a halftime groove. Open 2, EA. All these are 2 times. 3, 5, open 2, 4, 6. That gives you. And then open 2 to 3, 5, open 2 to 1, 3. Then you do that 4 times. 1 time is this. Again. It's about that speed. The next new part, because you'll have repeats of those parts within, is at 1:34 at section 2A. I've always loved these big fat chords. They're like power chords with altered root notes. 7, 7 EA, 9, 9 DG. Strum. Move it a whole step to 5s and 7s. Half step. Half step. You do that 4 times. The singer's like, come on, come on. Seriously though, he's a crack up in a live video to watch. Okay, 5, 4 EA to 3, 2 EA, same beat. 2, 4 to 1, 3. And that's done 4 times. Next new part is the solo at 2 minutes 20 seconds in. First part's very melodic, kind of Iron Maiden-ish. 18 D, and then 15, 16, 18 G, 16, 15, 18 D again, and then go 13 G, slide to 16, and then 15. 16, 18 D, so it'll be, oops. There, let's zoom in for you. So you have then you just kind of start it over till you get to 16 on the back part. Then you'll go 14B, slide to 17, and then pick 16. So, and then 16, slide to 20. Let's see. Yeah. Slide there, pick, rest, and then slide down. Should be on 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, but we've got 20. That comes in, like I was saying, at 1:55. So if you go to that in the song, here it is. Oh no, that isn't it. For the solo, 17, 19, 20, 21 on that slide. I'm glad I checked it. Then the solo kicks into kind of shred mode here. Back out a little bit because there's a lot of alternate picking. He's just going for it. It's not super articulate. If anything, I've made it more articulate in here, but so alternate pick, 5-6-8A, 5-6D, 8A, 5-6-8D, and then 5-7-8G. So it's 7-8-10G, and then go 8-9-11 on the B. So you have but he's, you know, oops. After that, 8-10-11 on the E. So 8-10-11, 10-11. So actually 8-10-11, and then index go 10-11-14, and then 11-10 on the way back. That'll be 4 times. Actually, the next part's gonna be 4 times. And then 10-8 or 11-10-8 on the E. You're gonna jump back and go 4 times. So, but he's machine gunning it. Leave the index down, you know. Then you'll go 9-8B, 10-8G to 10D. So you have 246, 8th fret, G and B. Just push the whammy bar down. I don't have a whammy set up in this tune. Oh, I do have my drop pedal though. I gotta remember that. Whammy swoop up to 8E. And then 11B, 9-8B, whammy, rest, dive. A quick middle finger, just pluck the open G, and another whammy dive. 13E, live I think he goes, bends it, but then your next thing, 251 is the timestamp, 16-20-16, but play it as if it's a sweep, like a, you'll mute the G and B and sound the 16. The hammer 20, pull 16. And then same idea, 13, 16, 13 on the E. And then 10, 13, 13. So. And then on the 7th fret, on the high E, it's more alternate picking. I just put ALT because most of this is straight alternate. He goes 7, 7, 10, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7 times 3. But fast, things always sound different. Then he goes 8B, thinking 3s, to 8E in 3s, to 7E in 3s. So, and then back to 8 on the B. And then 8 hits on the high E, 3 on the 7, 3 on the 8B. So that's... Then you'll see double dots starting here, and it's 7, 8 on the G, alternate pick, 8, 9, 8 B. Let's see, and then 8 G. You're gonna do that 3 times. So slow, it's. That's what he's doing. Okay, and then 10-9-D, 11-10-A to 13-E, and then go 10-11-13-A. So top of page 4 on the D, 10-12-13 twice, 10-12-13-G. So 11-13-B, 10-11-13-E, slide to 18, slide back down, then go 10 on the E, 13 pull 10, and then 11-B, just at the very end. Then you go back to that melody, that whatever that 220 melody was that we worked on at the beginning. So, what page was that on? That was on the bottom of page 2. That was the... that whole section. You play it exactly the same way as you started it. And that's the repeat 220 melody 2 times. Bunch of repeats come in, and then the very end of the song, 457, you just got this.